So I've been seeing this winter art thing, and I just want to add some things that I feel like will be very valuable to those that are really trying to lock in and apply pressure to themselves within the next 90 days, within the next few months before we hit 2025, and want to create such a change into their lives. So I just want to add a few things that I am involving myself with that may just be the right things that y'all may need. So is I don't really see people talk about this. And I want to say having integrity, building integrity when no one is around. How are you acting? Are you acting in a way of, okay, that person's not around, let me do X, Y, and Z? Or are you sticking up to your morals and your standards? But first thing for sure, I want to add this. What do your morals and your standards look like? Evaluate that and really see how you want your character to be. You know, because not everyone has the same morals, not everyone has the same standards. What does that look like for you? When I am setting these goals and these plans for myself, and I'm going to keep my word, not making excuses for yourself, not making lies for yourself, things of that nature is part of my morals. So how can I apply that to myself within these next 90 days? And how can I achieve that the best way that I can? Because character is important in every place that you go to. That's in a workplace, that's in businesses, that's in, even with content creating. Okay, in any aspect, your integrity is important. Your community is important to you. Okay, so with that being said, having integrity, I'm gonna keep saying this, okay, is very important to who you are as an individual. So I don't really see people really talk about this, but one thing I can say that integrity is something that I do believe in, and I think that everyone should include into their lives. When you're in an impulse to stay in motion, it's basically having that drill mindset of no matter what things are looking like, whether it's good and bad, whatever it is, just know to lock in and stay drilled, okay? Things happen to you, I'm the type of person when things are going so good, I'm like, okay, I froze. I get a little setback. Like, maybe this is not meant for me, or if it is meant for me, maybe out of fear of how this will lead to so much success. And it's crazy to think about it, right? We are our own enemy, We will stop our own success from happening. And that's something that going into 2025, going into this new year, going into these next 90 days, and so on, to remind yourself that you deserve what is coming to you. You deserve everything that God has planned for you. Don't ever think that, okay, I don't think this meant for me. I see this going here. I got this much views or this much likes, yada, yada, yada. Oh, I just got my first sale. I don't know what if the customer doesn't like this. Da, da, da. Listen, you deserve what is coming to you. So please, with all goodness, stay in motion no matter what it looks like. Do not fold, okay? One thing I would tell my team when I was in management was don't allow your boat to sink, okay? The quicker you get upset, frustrated, folding, locking yourself out of your goals and your dreams due to circumstances that may have caused you a great deal of like, I don't want to do this anymore. When I tell you, all that's going to do is allow your boat to sink even faster. The thing is, we don't want our boat to sink at all. So one thing for sure is to remain afloat, okay? We need the captain on board. You got your team on board. Like, we need that boat to get us to that destination, okay? The goodness that's coming your way, and that's currently probably is here already, is meant for you, okay? And also understanding that you have an influence. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I feel like every one of us create an influence in someone's life, whether we like it or not. So I want to tell you that understanding that you do have influence in this life, you do create impact in this life, and how you use your gifts and your talents on this earth does matter. So please have time to sit down on a journal, have time to reflect on yourself and see what exactly is my gifts, what exactly are my talents, and how do I want to use that to influence others. Because whether we like it or not, we do create influence in this earth towards people we didn't even expect. Like, you have someone come up to you, you inspired me to do X, Y, and Z, or hey, I saw that and I didn't know, and I was like, oh, she's doing that, and I love that. I'm going to try it too. You just never know. So I just want to tell you that you do create an influence in this life. So please be mindful of that as well. YOLO, okay? YOLO. And it's funny to say it because it's like, okay, we're going to drink YOLO, but in all honesty, when I tell you YOLO, you only live once, that is serious talk, okay? That is serious talk. We only have one life, so how do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years? And even in these moments, these small moments can create an impact in your life now. Like little step-by-step goals. You'll be surprised in the next few years on where it will get you, where it will lead you. Or if procrastination, laziness decides to take over, where is that going to get you the next 5 years, okay? Let's be real. Let's be honest here. It's not going to get you nowhere. It's not going to get you much. You're going to be in the same position that you is. And I'm telling you this face to face, you are. I don't understand how people can think that no work can be done, because work has to be done. I mean, nothing just comes freely into our hands. I mean, obviously things can come into our hands, but how we use it does matter. Whatever falls into our hands, how we use it and apply it to our lives does matter. It can either create accelerating moments in our lives, or it can debunk us to send us back 5 times, 10 years more. Okay? Each moment, each decision that we make, each opportunities that we agree to, all of the above, it does matter. I really, 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 really hate when people are like, oh, that don't matter. It can be the smallest decisions you make and create such an influence in your life. Can create such a difference in your life. And it can even create a delay in your life. You know, it can literally have God make a whole U-turn, okay? And when I say that, people are like, oh, I can live freely. I can live however I want to live. Ask yourself, if you decide to have kids, how do you want your kids to be set up? If you decide to not want to work anymore in the next couple of years, how are you going to get there? You know, if you want a certain type of freedom, do you think that you just chilling doing kind of nothing is going to get you there? No. I'm sorry. It is not. Delete, delay, and tactics. Those tactics like procrastination, laziness, stalling, dormancy, things that will hinder you, delete it. Okay? And how do we delete those delaying tactics? It's so hard. It's so frustrating. I honestly gonna put a list in our description box of a few books that I highly recommend, whether you want to do through Audible or purchase like physical hard book. I highly recommend that you create some type of structure, some type of routine to see a progress, okay? Because whether it's you like the smaller, like me, prime example, one thing that I was really struggling with, the worst is like making my bed, right? And you know, your parents are like, hey, you gotta make your bed each morning, okay? And I was growing up in a house where it was like that, but once I became like adult and had my own life, I kind of just like, I make my bed the next day, right? And I was like, you know what? I want to come into my room clean. My bed fully done one day, and I was just like, how can I do that? So each day I reminded myself that if you do not want to sleep in a, y'all, excuse my dog. I told myself that I need to start making my bed. And my bed is a mess, then I cannot lay in it. So right then and there, that created some type of momentum to make sure that I make my bed each morning, or each time I'm getting off the bed, just get it back together. And day by day, months by months, creating that habit of like being consistent caused me to be like, you know what, at this point in my life, I'm like, it's just a routine. It's just part of my life now. It's not a hassle. It's not like, oh, I got to, you know, it's just kind of like, just like how you're able to pick up your phone and open and whatever app you want to use is there, right? but somehow your goals and your plans are in the back burner. You know what I'm saying? And here is one of my delaying tactics, terms or wording that I usually like tell myself is, if you not gonna do X, Y, and Z, it's gonna delay your progress by 5 years. If you tell yourself by 1 year, you're giving yourself wiggle room, okay? You're probably like, 1 year is not bad, okay? Tell yourself 5 years. If I don't do X, Y, and Z now, I'm going to delay my progress by 5 years. And 5 years is a lot, y'all. Even 10 years, however you want to do it, tell yourself that, okay? And that's what I tell myself. If I don't do X, Y, and Z, I'm delaying myself. And one thing for sure I learned, and there was like this video of one actor that mentioned how, like, back in rural countries, of how parents are very strict on, you know, your education, your achievements, and how, you know, they want you to continue to do things in your lives that will allow you to get to the next level. No, like, oh, no, it's okay. You got time. You know, you got time. You can do that next year, the other year. You got time. Just chill. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have time. I'm sorry. You don't. We only have one life. So please, utilize all the time you have, okay? Utilize those, because you never know what can happen. You never know what can transpire. Of course, this is not saying, okay, I gotta be strict with myself to where I can't have no fun at all. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying to not enjoy your life. Of course, enjoy your life. What I'm saying is, if you have these goals and these dreams for yourself, how else are they going to get done? How else are they going to be achieved? Okay. So if you want to be that next model, you want to be that next actress, actor, you want to be that next CEO, you want to be that next traveler, how are you going to get there? I'm sorry, how are you going to get there? Please tell me the cheat code, okay? Because last time I checked, you got to put the work in, you know? And literally, you don't have enough time. So what you do in these moments counts. As we continue to get older, we realize how valuable life is to us. We realize in our younger days of how much we could have gotten done, how much we could have achieved. And for those that are like 18 or in their early 20s that are watching this, please take advantage of your youth. Please take advantage of those times, because they will fly by so fast, and you will look back like, wow, I did not know. That time will fly by so fast. But I just want to make sure that I am not setting myself back by 10 years or 5 to 10 years with my goals or my new habits. You do want to live in the now. You do want to live in the present. So what you do each day will literally surprise you in the next few years to come. So, you will be so proud of yourself. Literally. Make yourself proud, okay? You, yourself, don't do it. You owe it to yourself, okay? But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope these tips will really help you guys out. I just want to say, be authentic with yourself, be real with yourself. And these tips and these next 90 days or before 2025, lock the heck in, because no one else is going to do it for you. You know, you have the power and the tool to do so. And God is looking at you like, I'm giving you resources, I'm giving you tools. What else you need? But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope y'all have a good one. Please leave a like, a comment, share, subscribe.